Okay, so if you're joining us for the first time, this is about episode 60 or so of Twin Portals. There's a lot of stuff going on, so I'll try to give you a quick recap as we get into it. Essentially, our heroes are standing in the Preserve of the Ancestors, which is the big, hollow, juicy center of the Radiant Citadel, which is, like Scott said in his intro, a huge floating crystal in space in the deep ethereal plane, with a city kind of wrapped around it like a snake. So the Preserve of the Ancestors is at the heart of the city, and they just rescued their bronze dragon friend Zelipharn, who was asleep there for a long time. They reunited his soul with his body. So the four of you are standing in it's a kind of a grassy field in the Preserve of the Ancestors with Zelipharn kind of towering over you. He's a pretty big boy. And he just has this look of extreme relief and gratitude. He's still a little shaky from being asleep for so long, but he's kind of just regarding the four of you and looks a little verklempt. He's, you guys, oh, thank you so much. Oh, I don't know what I'd do without you. What are you all doing?
I'm looking up verklempt in the back of the player's handbook to see.
It's Elvish.
Those German elves.
Yeah.
I'm delighted that he's back with us. I've missed his humor over the years, and I'm sharing this. That, like, you're back! Yay! I'm gonna write a song about it.
He's giving you a dragon hug, kind of a nuzzle.
Was it years? But how long have we lost contact?
It's been a few months.
Okay.
Since he was last up and about. Yeah.
Okay. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been chatting with him through the thing around my neck, so I'm just hugging him now.
True.
Happy to be in person.
True.
I'm investigating the soul stone armor. Like, is any of that near us still?
Well, there was the crocodile-headed one that you guys kind of blew up, and the soul stones that were on the armor from the last episode, everybody, blew up, essentially. The stones
So it's
shattered.
gone. Okay.
In my hand? I ripped one out.
Yeah, when the thing detonated.
Oh, I'm pretty tough.
You missing any fingers?
No, they're great.
Okay.
No,
let's not talk
it was
about
a
it.
poison effect.
Oh, that's right. Poison my hand.
Zelipharn kind of catches his breath and says, You guys, I got to share some information quick.
Okay.
Okay,
Go.
pay attention. This is going to be very expositional. Get out your pencils.
I'm ready.
That Dracolich that you saw, it took the Dawn Incarnate out of the Preserve of the Ancestors. It's going to feed on those souls, the dragon souls inside the Incarnate, to get stronger. Real bad. We can't let that happen, you guys. It's already dangerous enough. Also, the leaders of the Radiant Citadel, I heard them saying as they came by in my dreamlike haze, I heard them saying that the speakers and Cholet, the leader of the Radiant Citadel, are all being kept up at the top of the Citadel, at the platform where the speakers gather. So, I don't know what you guys are doing here. What? Sit rep, you guys.
That's my line.
We sent some of the ripples down to the light at the bottom of the crystal.
Okay.
As well as the top.
I don't think we sent anyone to the top yet, but we might head up there. What do you think about that? The Dracolich, the malformed Dracolich just headed up there.
Oh, well, sounds dangerous, but I'm up for it.
Would you advise trying to get to the? Here's the other thing that you might want to know, Zelipharn, is that they've got some sort of switch or something that has deactivated all of the Concord jewels.
Oh, okay. And where's that?
It's also up there somewhere on the top part of the crystal.
Okay. Well, seems like a convenient dovetailing of goals there.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So we should. I think I vote that we head up to the top of the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you say that, everybody's nodding.
Yeah.
Zay, from your pocket, you hear a...
Hey, it's the sending stone. I bring out the sending stone.
Yeah, they're coming. Oh, they're too strong. They know you're up there, guys. Watch out. Ah!
Sounds like we're not going to get a rest, friends.
Someone vocalizes a sound. The colors of the Radiant Citadel around you kind of shift from a deep red to a sort of purple color. And you hear clamoring from the front door of the Preserve of the Ancestors, a few hundred feet away.
That's the only exit from the preserve.
As far as you know.
As far as we know. Zelipharn, do you know if there's another exit?
Well, he says, I've been here for a while enough to kind of get the vibe of the place. And in this little village here that I've been sleeping by for so long, there's actually a sewer grate right in the heart of the city at the lowest point.
We love to go into the sewers. I
I
brought my wellies.
don't think it's guarded, so...
That sounds perfect.
Zelipharn, you wouldn't fit, would you?
Oh, I can fit just fine. And he shapeshifts in front of you into a human.
Have we ever
Human.
seen his human form?
He's done that a couple times.
Oh,
now, yeah. He's
okay.
been working on it.
I mean, so good. Good to see you again in your human
Thanks. He's
form.
dashing. He has long auburn hair.
Oh my!
Excellent.
I asked for a sewer.
And here it is in this episode.
His brain went, wastewater? Let me figure that out.
It's the best.
I like it. I'm happy with this.
Say, who was on the other end of the sending stone? Was that the ethereal galleon?
It sounded like Squidly's voice.
It was Squidly.
Oh no! So our ethereal galleon has been overtaken.
He went to the south.
To the bottom of the citadel.
Oh, I see. So, oh no, it's them. Oh, that's bad. Okay.
He took the galleon with him, yeah.
Okay, yes. I think that Zelifarn, I think if you can help us get to the platform, if we can get the arcane, Concord jewels moving again, we might be able to get help from both Waterdeep and Neverwinter.
Okay, let's do it.
That's right. Hey, nice.
I always say Neverember. I got it right this time.
All right, let's head into the sewers, I guess.
Okay.
Down we go.
We're going into the sewers to get to the top, right?
Yep.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Who pops the manhole?
Scoot.
Okay. With like the haft of your axe or something?
Clang. Yeah. Can I put those back together soon?
Yeah, you have to say the word.
Yeah, but I also have to run. Can I not have the explosion happen? I don't want to draw attention to it. I want to really.
I don't think you can not have the explosion unless you try to dampen it with something.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you see a large force kind of forming at the front gate of the preserve as you all kind of dive in one by one into the manhole grate.
Can we pull the manhole grate back over us so that they can't tell where we went?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
They'll never figure out where we went.
So nimble.
And you all splash down into a dank, dark, wet pipe. It's maybe 3.5 to 4 feet diameter. Scoot's pretty tight squeeze for you.
I'm fine.
Yeah, there's no light. It's very dark in here.
I can
so
also transform into a shorter orc.
You can?
Yeah, I duck.
Nice. Barbarian magic.
I think it is magic.
I turn on my night vision goggles.
I make things worse for the two of you who have dark vision, and I turn on my dancing lights for the rest of us.
Lark, you're blinded.
Every time I turn off my night vision goggles.
And this pipe continues straight towards the front door of the preserve, but underground at a slight incline. There's a little bit of water down there because it does rain inside the preserve sometimes, so that's what it's catching. It's a storm sewer.
That's a storm sewer. Okay,
Yeah,
that's nice.
not sanitary.
This pipe is dank.
Icky.
It used to
Mossy.
be dark.
And we're all kind of crouch walking, which is
Yep.
never good for the lumbar.
Except for me. I'm like, this is fun, friends. I'm like kicking it's puddles.
We're like groaning and aching.
Yeah.
So we head
Up?
away.
You hear a
away
lot of foot
from-
traffic cross over you as you make your way out of the preserve underground in the pipe.
Oh man, that was a close call.
Yeah.
We're getting our Goonies adventure. I'm so happy.
Totally, yeah.
Lots
This
of
is
shouting
exciting.
surrender now, wherever you are, silver waves of justice.
How do they know it's
You
us?
just do. It's a good question.
So
You guys are infamous.
we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this connection pipe opens up into a kind of a wide open circular space where it seems like many sewer pipes are kind of conjoining in this underground cistern sort of environment. You're below the night market, so it's this kind of central location on the Radiant Citadel. There are two main pipe connections, one going downwards that you think might be under the main thoroughfare of the city, and one going upwards. So it seems like the pipes it's like a sort of like a hollowed out spine of the city, kind of underneath the streets that wraps around the city, is the appearance of what you see in the distance.
And upwards. Do we get the sense that upwards is toward the top of the jewel? Is that what upwards means, or is it tilted towards the surface?
Tilted towards the top of the jewel, in the sense that the whole city is kind of on this downward and upward spiral, like a corkscrew.
Got
And so the central sewer pipe follows that corkscrew as well below the road. And this whole place is made of this sort of stone that has a faint shimmer to it. There's a little bit of a glow to it, and there are occasional runes that flicker on the walls around you with a light purple glow, giving it this kind of pale, sporadic light.
What's the traction like?
Very slippery
Yes.
throughout. Yeah, and so this central area has a huge pool of surprisingly clean water.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is the pipe made from?
The pipe that you're in?
Mm-hmm.
Stone.
Okay.
Yep, like carved stone.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're just carefully making our way up, it seems like.
Okay. So you hop out, kind of circle around the cistern and start making your way upwards.
Yes.
You pass by, you kind of continue for about 100 feet up the pipe until you reach this sort of step. It's like a 10-foot jump in the path. There's kind of 2 paths flanking a central channel where the water is flowing. It's pretty clean water, but as you get a little ways in, you see a big sort of like a weir, like a dam holding back fluid, and there's a big jump up to get to the top of it. There's no ladder that you can see. So
I mold earth to create a ladder.
sure, it's not easy, but you can make the whole thing kind of crumble down after a couple attempts, because it's kind of worked stone, it's kind of loose stone, it's old. You can kind of like cave it in, and some water starts to kind of drain around it, like you're damaging the storm sewer system a little bit.
Could she build in rungs?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was picturing.
That would work, yeah. Shink, shink. Yep. You guys hop up. Everybody roll perception for me, please. Are you being stealthy at all, by the way?
I wasn't.
Uh-huh.
We're in
yeah.
the sewer. Who's going to see us?
How?
Fair
I mean,
enough.
if there's water going, that's sound coverage.
There is some sound coverage,
Okay.
yep.
15 plus
14.
dirty 20.
21?
26.
20, 21,
26.
26.
21.
14. Okay, for the most part, you all, Zelfarn doesn't notice anything. Lark, you're the first one to notice there's definitely something in the water as you reach the top of this step. Above the step, in the main storm sewer channel, there's a lot of sludge. It seems like this is kind of a spot where it stops and stills and filters out some material in the water. This water stinks a bit more. Like there's a combination of water happening here, not just storm water, because there's not really rain in the rest of the city. It's very sludgy, and you see something moving under the sludge, kind of away from you. Something big.
Okay,
There's something in this water.
I got an idea. Am I able to jump up there or climb? We're all up there now, right?
Yeah, you just
suppose.
poke your heads over the top and climbed up
Oh, we're all up on top now?
to see this ahead of you. Yeah.
Okay. If someone gives me 30 feet of room, I can rejoin my axe.
I mean, I can climb back down the ladder.
Let's see if anybody's around, but it's going to make some noise.
I'll plug my ears.
Anybody else got opinions?
And my nose, because this place stinks.
Really stinks.
Well, I'm going to make that worse or better. One of the two.
I hope it's
I
not
mean,
worse.
is there a chance that when you recombine this, it'll blow it out and we'll lose the part that's keeping the pool
I don't know.
together?
It's stone, right?
Yeah, it's some kind of fancy filter. So it's stone and metal and some other magic or science going on in there.
Like an AOE, because this is what we're talking about
Yep.
here. Like, would they be clear of it if they were down that 10 feet or whatever feet it was that
They
we
could
climbed
get
up?
out of the range for sure.
Okay.
By climbing down.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I want to kind of be up there. Then I want my team to be out of range, or at least out of the effect, and then I want to combine my axe again because it's still in 2, and it's just a real big pain in the ass to roll that many dice. So I want to climb back up, kind of get a sense for where the danger might be, like the room, like.
It's that way. You see the ripples
Yeah.
in the water.
All right. I don't want to go in the water. I want to
Just kind of boom over the water.
Yeah, just near the water, not in the water. Like, I want everything. I want to taunt, but not be attacked. I want to do damage, but not take.
So what do you do?
I combine my axe. I yell Benthos, and boom! There's this explosion of fusion. The axes then become one again, become a 2-handed axe, and there is a 3d6 30-foot area fire damage.
Roll damage, please.
All right.
Say roast a marshmallow.
Just hold it straight up. 3d6 is 12.
Nice. So your axes fuse together, Scoot, in this sort of like meteoric fusion of energy. And it blasts this huge radius of sewage just everywhere. Not on you, but like all over the walls, down the
Over
hallway.
us.
The echo is cacophonous. It's so loud. Like anything in these tunnels, given how like round they are, definitely heard the noise. And rearing up out of the water so suddenly, as think of like the alien when the corpse gets, or like in The Thing when the corpse gets shocked, just rears up this huge crawfish, like a mutated crawfish that's been feeding on sewage for years and years and years. You recognize it as one of the crawfish from Sid Squid's Shrimpocalypse, I think.
No.
It's like a fighting
no.
crawfish.
Well, it's got massive claws anyway, and they're
Was it-
festooned in crustiness.
We recognize it from there, or we recognize it from there?
It's the one that got away. It has a grudge, and it goes in for the grab.
Do I get to roll anything?
It's making an attack roll on you. Surprise round.
I can't rage.
It missed. So now roll for initiative. everyone.
12.
16, Ilka.
Nice.
22, Lark.
17.
I've got the crumpliest dice tray over here.
All right. Lark, you're able to go first.
So we are at the bottom of the ladder, down the at least 30 feet away from Scoot in the storm sewer. How much of the backwash of the sewer explosion came our way?
Probably a fair amount, but I mean, if you were pretty close, you could have like ducked under like the radius of it as it kind of flew over your heads. If you were
Okay.
down by the bottom of this dam.
Gross. All right, it's like we've sunk
Splatter,
under
splatter,
the
splatter.
sewage waterfall.
Yeah.
That went past. Great. So I will climb up. And how tall is this wall?
About 10 feet.
I'm gonna climb up because I don't see. Do I hear the shrimp creature?
Oh, yes. It screeches loudly as
Okay.
it lunges.
So I don't know what's up there, but I'm gonna climb up really quickly at my normal movement speed.
Okay.
Because that's my second story work.
Oh, you climb so well.
I'm so fast.
Yeah.
I'm just like zip. I zip right up there.
It's another surprise round for me.
And then how far away is the thing now?
Maybe 20 feet.
That's exactly my movement speed then. That's how convenient. So I whip out my rapier and I charge at the thing. And
Try to
rapier
skewer
up.
it.
Yes, I try to skewer it.
Go for it.
I'm remembering back to Sid Squids when I sliced and diced so well. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean maybe less well this time, but that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And I put all my d8s right where I can reach them, and I don't see where that is. Here, they're right in front of me. I just mixed them with my 6s. All right. This one people will see. 2, 6. So that's only 6 points of damage, and I can't sneak because that's not how that works. 6 points of damage.
All right. It feels the sting.
Do I have to how far into the water is it? Did I have to wade into the sewage?
No, it's big enough. Like it kind of fills the whole span of the water as it rears up.
Oh,
Like it's
wow.
standing on something down there. And so you can reach its leg.
So I can kind of stand
Carapace.
on the edge.
Yeah. And it's so crusty that your rapier just kind of pings off the side of it, slides off the side of it, which makes your rapier very stinky and dirty afterwards.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Oh,
be a
now
whole
I'm
thing.
focused on that. That's
Yep.
distracting. All right.
Yep. Next is Zay.
I cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
At a 3rd level.
Wow. Con save? Right?
Yes. Yes.
It gets a 15.
I hit
Nice.
for 10, 19, 24.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it screeches so loudly. The walls shake.
Sorry, but does it smell good?
Yeah, it kind of does. I mean,
Like cooked crawfish?
it's a mix, like
Cooked crawfish
kind of
and cooked
earthy.
poop.
And
Yeah.
it has to revert to its original form.
Oh, yeah, you got it. It's still a crawfish.
Ah.
It looks more delicious now. It cleans off, like it scours.
true form.
Oh.
One of these
Yeah.
days it's going to work. And it's like, hey, it's a bug.
Is that your whole turn? You kind of stay put.
Well, I guess I had to climb. I climbed up
Okay.
so I could see it.
Sure.
And then did this.
Ilka, it's your turn.
I'm gonna make fun of the crawfish because I don't like the cut of its jib.
What do you say to it?
I'm gonna say, you wish you were a lobster, but you're not. Nobody's ever gonna plate you up with cheddar biscuits. They're gonna put you in some soup, but first they have to disinfect you because you're terrible and no one likes you.
6 seconds. Perfect.
Amazing.
Was that vicious mockery or
That
just
was
a diss?
vicious.
Okay.
No, I just felt like I cast vicious mockery.
It fails.
Good. Most importantly, it takes little damage, but it has disadvantage moving forward.
Great.
How intelligent is this giant crawfish?
Oh, you don't know.
Well, apparently it knows
Are you going
revenge.
to
Clearly
argue
it's-
with it?
No, I was just curious. I was like, I wouldn't have
It
thought,
takes
but nice.
5 psychic damage,
Boom.
It knows enough to be insulted.
and it has
It's confused.
disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Got it. The crawfish's turn. The crawfish is going to, I think, go for Lark because you are closest.
Let's try him.
So it's going to try to grab you with its 2 claws with disadvantage. And it rolls really poorly. It gets a 15 to hit.
Does not hit.
Hey.
Thanks, new armor.
You duck and dodge, and then it turns around and tries to dive under the water to get away from you all. You can do an attack of opportunity if you'd like to.
I would like to.
Okay.
Ope.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's, is that a crit or a nat
you're gonna
one?
be
That is
so
a
stinky.
that is a crit fail.
Yeah, Lark, I'm afraid you fall in after
No,
it.
my hat.
Your hat. Make a dexterity roll quick to see if your hat gets dirty.
Different die.
I can on dex rolls. I cannot roll less than 10. So that is it's gonna. I think it's gonna be 8. What is that? 16?
Okay, you manage to keep your hat above everything as the rest of you falls in to the slowly pooling sewage water. So your hat's clean. You can choose to put it back on or not. It's up to you.
It's one of my worst days ever.
There's a moonbeam right there if you want to clean off. But
In the ghostly searing pain.
well, I mean, the thing seems to like leave some ripples behind it and disappear as we come to Scoot.
Yeah, I know exactly where he is then, based on the ripples.
True.
Yeah, I'm a scientist of ripples, and so I go right where that giant crawfish is going.
Okay, and
I take my axe and I go boom
into the water.
straight down into the water. Yep.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Big flaming stinky sewer axe.
With disadvantage because you cannot see it.
Okay.
But then advantage because you're a scientist of ripples. So
Yeah.
it's like they
And-
offset.
What's the what it you gave it something to?
It had
right?
Disadvantage on the
Yeah.
attack roll.
On the-
So
so.
it's-
That would be 18 with the if. Oh, do you still want disadvantage?
Yes,
18.
no problem.
So I
So you
hit
hit
it.
it. Yes.
Yay! I knew exactly where it was because I'm a
Nice.
scientist of ripples.
it go, Skull?
So this is 2d6 plus 8 slashing damage to start. That's 18 slashing damage
Very good.
plus 7 fire damage.
Wow.
And that's attack 1.
Mhm.
Attack 2. I got
tilted.
11 to start.
Okay.
14. So 11, 19 to hit.
Yes.
That's 6 plus 4 more. So 10 and 7. So 17 more damage.
Wow. Awesome.
And I just point and I go, and because I'm thrilled. This has gone great.
Your axe is also filthy, but you definitely connected with it. Its tail end, as it like
Oh yeah,
kipped up and then like splashed its way down.
yeah. It's got sewer on it, but it also has some crawfish on it, right?
Right.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm set. And now my question is, before this turn ends, this wonderful turn, is there now a trail where he's going? Because
Well, oddly enough, it seems like it's going downwards, like it's going through some other pipe to get away from you all.
Really?
That's what the ripples tell you as the ripple scientist.
wow, I announced
Yeah.
that if I have any time left
Like it realized what it was dealing with and quickly booked it.
in my turn, and I yell, "Good news! Victory music, but no experience."
Right.
We skirt it.
At the same time, you all hear voices coming from up the tunnel and light sort of flickering against the shimmering walls of the sewer, as if people are coming to investigate the noise.
Do
So-
you think somebody heard that explosion?
I don't think so.
Yes.
No, that's okay. So I'm hearing maybe.
For sure.
Ilka
Zelfron's
knows
like, I think they did.
things about acoustics.
Yeah.
Can
One or
someone
You're an
can
acoustic
someone help me out of the sewage?
Oh yeah, I grab your hat.
Hey,
High five.
I grab you with the other arm. So the
I
hat's good.
cheer. I'm
and I
like,
step-
you can do it. Offer guidance. Step
Yeah.
over here.
Lark crawls out looking like that final moment from Shawshank Redemption.
oh
Ooh.
no!
but
So
he feels
dirty.
great.
He feels amazing.
No, I feel terrible. I'm covered in
Okay.
sewage.
People are still coming.
Yes, they're getting closer. It sounds
What
like
did-
many people, at least like 8.
Where'd the squid go, or the thing, the crawfish?
We scared it.
It went into the sewers and took off. I think.
Yeah,
based
like
on-
one last circular ripple
we-
was disappearing.
break this cistern, will it flood behind us?
No, it flood downstream away from you, like the direction you came from.
Which is the direction we hear the voices from?
Nope, they're coming from up above.
Up above. Bummer.
Yep.
If we release the water, do we think that we'll be able to see where the dude fled through and follow him?
Maybe.
Not to kill him, but to escape.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's do it. Because if he knows a way out, let's.
and there might be loot down there.
Brilliant.
People drop phones in the toilet all the time. We
All
could
the
wind up with so many sending stones.
Wait, you guys are thinking about swimming into the sewage
No,
pipe?
we're thinking about
No.
smashing it so it drains.
Oh, I see.
Because we don't want to go back, and we can't go. If we go forward, we'll encounter many.
The water coming in is relatively clean, so if you did break the dam, that would release all the dirty stuff that's been sitting here for a while, and only clean stuff would be washing in. So the water system would actually help you guys clean off a little bit at that point.
That sounds like a great idea.
If you broke the
I'm
dam.
all in favor.
I grab my axe and I just start working on it.
Excellent. Roll strength, please. Anybody else helping?
Does anyone have
Yeah.
shatter or a spell like that?
I got 6.
I can move the stone 5 feet at a time.
Oh yeah,
help,
mold
yeah.
earth to
Yeah.
remove the dam.
It's a lot of metal and magic, so mold earth isn't
Yeah.
really helping out a ton.
I
have a
just
r- I have a-
eject the stone parts
Mhm.
bit
So
by
it's
bit.
just tiny little leaks coming through.
You still have that moonbeam up for like a minute, right? So you could
I
like
do. Yeah, I'll
move it-
shift it over.
Move it to the entrance,
Yeah.
where the people are coming from.
I move it to no. Well, that'll will it not light the way to where we are?
Yeah, and there's two sides too, so you don't know like which.
Oh, there's
Oh.
two
Bring them down.
sides.
You could pick one.
We
but
could block one and go up the other.
Can't we hear which one they're coming down?
It's not clear because they're kind of up and around the curve of the sewer as it wraps around the city.
I think we should knock down the wall and let the sewer drain out and get clean water to wash off in.
Scoot disagrees.
Well, Scoot, you're definitely strong enough to shatter it, but I think that you just get completely coated in dust and awful in the meantime. So you and Lark are both a sight.
Well, there's clean water coming, I'm told.
Yeah, there is. And so you managed to kind of destroy this amazing high-tech filtration system that someone built a long time ago.
Oh, no.
And
Oh,
the
no.
sewage is released in a big, wet, sloppy flood. You can see that there is, in fact, a downward pipe where this thing disappeared into that still has water in it, like down at the bottom of this main channel's elevation. And clean water is rushing in now, like past you all, and starting to clean off your toes, Scoot.
Thank you.
Can I hip check Lark into the clean water?
Yeah,
I can't swim.
Affectionately.
into the like the pit of water. Like
no,
the
so he can
connection
get
downwards?
clean.
Yeah, it's not deep enough to like overwhelm you,
Okay.
Lark.
Can we
I
see
do
our
this with
current-
love.
I panic for a second, then I just stand up.
Yeah, you can splash around.
Well, bath time's great, but
Okay.
I'm told there's more people coming.
You do see 12 guards now rounding the corner. It seems like they're wearing Zentarim armor, like black leather and masks.
If it's not deep, how did the crayfish get away? Crawfish
It was deeper until the levee was broken, and then it all drained out pretty quick.
But we see the tunnel the crayfish went down.
Yeah.
Can we go down it?
So imagine like a T,
Mhm.
and like the water was all backed up against this end of the T, and then you broke that, and so it all washed out. But this connection still has water in it. Going
Yeah,
up and
that's
down.
the one. That's the one she hip checked me into.
So then you're sinking into it.
That's what I'm saying. I can't swim, and then I like sink into the pipe.
Okay, Lark is sinking into the darkness.
I jump after
I
him.
shift the moonbeam into the entrance where
Oh.
the 12 guards are coming from.
Okay, they're on both sides, but you block some of them as more of them
Okay.
come. They're like, there's magic here. They're here, definitely. Get reinforcements. You jump in after him.
I'm going after Lark.
Yeah, I dive
okay.
in the tunnel after Lark.
Okay. Everybody roll athletics quick just to see how this goes.
Athletics.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Let me see.
22.
22.
I grab onto Scoot's leg as he falls.
21
It's very
now
good.
with
It's very good.
19 for Lark.
13 Ilka.
Well,
Nah.
altogether,
9,
9.
but I'm holding on to Scoot.
You're close enough, and you have, and Zelifarn's helping out too. You all plunge down for about 30 feet before the current kind of takes you out of this pipe and into a lower pool, like a big, wide kind of storage tank that's actually not full. And it's kind of like an older channel. The ground here is even mossier, like all around you. It's not that shiny, sleek crystal of the other storm sewer chamber. And around you, you don't see the giant crawfish anywhere. It's like somewhere underwater. But up above the water on the banks, you see people camping out, kind of like maybe 50 feet away from where you all just shot out of this pipe. And they all kind of seem to be like reaching for weapons and calling for help. And they seem to be kind of like hiding and sort of refugee looking, like they've been camping out down here for some time.
We mean no harm.
Do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, what?
We're
Who-
SWOJ. We're SWOJ.
SWOJ! Oh, come in, come over here, quickly.
Swim
And they
to
beckon
shore.
you over,
Yeah,
and there are a
so-
couple dozen people here gathered. They look like people from the Radiant Citadel, and they explain that they've been hiding here, trying to stay out of the occupying presence up above. They've been passing messages and kind of coordinating a resistance around the city, trying to fight back against the occupiers.
Do you think you could guide us to the platform?
Well, they're not fighters per se. They're more like there's like kids with them, like
Do you
their
think
families.
you could draw us a map to
But
the
one of them is like,
platform?
yeah, like one of them's like, yes, actually, I used to be a claviger, and I could tell you all about that pedestal and how to get up there. There's a pedestal that you just have to commune with, and here's how you do it. And she explains exactly how to like hold it and like what to think to control all the Concord jewels or to activate the ward that protects the city on or off. She's like, you probably want to know this if you're going up there.
Yes.
No questions
Amazing.
asked.
I remember it all.
Yeah. Easy.
Which way do we need to go?
Well, there are some ways to get back up to the main stem. If you follow some of these smaller pipes back up, you'll have to swim a little. And then it's just following the main path up to the top.
But there's
That's
a bunch
probably
of
the easiest
guards
way.
in the main stem.
Well, you're going to have to be stealthy, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's better than
Okay.
being up on the surface.
That's true.
And now they're all busy with the commotion you guys made back there, so maybe you have a better shot. I don't know, says this claviger woman.
Are we worried at all that they are going to follow us down the pipe we got to get here?
Good question.
Hey, by the way, we there were guards at the top of the tunnel before we came down here. It's entirely possible that they will come down this tunnel as well.
They're like, okay, well, we'll scatter. But tell you what, if you manage to find the speakers, the leaders of our city, you can bring them down here, okay? We have a couple bases like this at each of the, there's a few levees, like dams that filter out the water in the city, further up the channel, and we have a little camp underneath each one. So if you jump down the pipe at one of those dams, you can reach more help like us.
That's great. We accidentally blew up the dam above this one.
You did?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Big size all around.
Sorry.
We need those, but that's all right.
Well, a crayfish jumped me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Old Salty, we call him.
Old Salty.
Yeah. What? He jumped you?
Yeah.
Must
He
have
went,
had a
he
grudge.
did the thing with the click, click, clap, no, like the Zoidberg.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Oh.
Oh, what?
We gave him a little bath.
Oh, don't worry. He acts up sometimes too. It's good to remind him who's in charge.
Oh, yeah, I feel better now. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we need to go back
Don't let it
up.
weigh you down too much.
How do we get back up to the main tunnel?
This way, and they point to another pipe that kind of is washing in from the side, and they say, just kind of, there's some handholds inside. You'll have to just get wet and make your way back up.
Okay, great.
Let's do it.
We head that
All
way.
right.
Thanks, refugees.
No problem. Say all the refugees at once.
I use the secret claviger handshake with my new claviger friend. Yeah.
Yep. And you guys move forward.
Yes.
Okay. Roll stealth, please, as you make your way back to the main stem of the sewer.
Oh,
there you go.
Yes.
Invisible barbarian.
Ilka 9.
It's like the Predator camo. Like,
I'm so happy.
yeah.
Oh,
9?
8.
8?
No, 11.
Let's see. How does
I mean,
I
that's
think
not much
I'm
better.
I think I'm at 16. How does this work?
Yeah, add 20.
Reliable talent. I think I'm at 16.
25 for the barbarian.
Nice.
Crit
Very
20.
nice. Well, between the lot of you, what'd you get, Lark?
I think 16.
16? That's about 50-50, and Zelfarn scored well. So you guys are able to make your, like, by teaming up and keeping each other's backs, you start making your way up the tunnel. You pass by a couple more groups of guards patrolling, but they're smaller groups, and you're able to kind of, like, duck off into side pipes to avoid their attention as you
Hyper
go.
aware.
Sorry, 22.
20, yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's
So,
fine.
like, Lark's kind of scouting ahead and gives you a heads up as you go.
That was a 3 that I rolled.
You got a 22.
That turned into a 20. You got a
The
plus
lowest,
19.
the lowest I can roll is a 10, and then I have a plus 12.
All right.
It's crazy.
Good.
You're real
Good.
impressed with yourself, sir. Some of us do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
So you pass by a few of these like filtration dams as you make your way up, and after each one, the water flowing through seems to get cleaner or dirtier and dirtier, I suppose, actually, because it seems like these things kind of trap all the different. There's like little connection pipes from all the different homes in the city that flow into them, and so each one is a layer of filtration.
But now that we've been exposed to it, we have immunity.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely,
so we're
that's how
good.
it works. It seems to get steeper and steeper as you go. Like you're almost at like a 2-to-1 to 1-to-1 slope as you reach the top part of the city. And the very like it starts to get so steep that it's actually slippery and almost like a water slide. And it's not clear where all this water is coming from because like there's no source of water at the top of the city that you're aware of. It's just like this flow of water,
How big is the tunnel we're in?
maybe 20 feet wide.
Oh, okay.
So it's gotten way bigger.
It's actually gotten narrower as you reach the top. It was wider down below,
Oh,
maybe like 30 feet.
The first
it just-
tunnel was 3.5 feet.
gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, out of the preserve. Yeah,
Thank you.
That was
Okay.
like a smaller. Yeah. So, do you guys have a way of getting up this like running water steep slope part of the channel?
How big is it?
20 feet wide and relatively flat. And it's kind of roiling unnaturally. Like there's some kind of like magic to it that's like causing it to bubble up. In fact, Zay, roll Arcana, please.
I have a climber's kit.
You can
That's
climb normally too.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. You can sense that there is some kind of elemental presence here, some kind of like
Okay.
force of nature that's like maybe conjuring this water here. Like this is sort of the source of the water that flows through the storm sewer.
I start sort of mumbling under my breath, trying to talk to it.
In what language? Do you speak like
Druidic.
elemental? Druidic. Okay. And what are you saying?
I think that there must be an elemental here. Are you here, little friend? I don't even know where all this water would be coming from. I'm just sort of like, it's
Sure,
like
sure.
a stream of consciousness. I was wondering if you can hear me, if you could help us get up this path. We're trying to help save the city. I'm just like
Roll
going,
persuasion.
going.
Yeah. Let's see how that does.
Oh.
18 plus,
Very good.
so 20.
Yeah, you see this cute little like water bubble, sort of like a little dome with two little like bubble eyes kind of simmer up in the middle of the pool and just kind of regard you and look quizzically at you. And you hear a little like, boop, but you don't understand what language it's speaking necessarily.
Yeah. I like just am so pleased. And I just like try to like get a little like close to it and like get my face up next to it.
Oh, and it like zooms into you a little bit, kind of like that movie from the 90s in the
That
deep
one.
Atlantic, with the water thing.
The abyss.
The abyss.
That is exactly what I was
Yes.
like. "Oh, that used to terrify me as a child.
It's a little terrifying, but like it's got these cute little bubble eyes, which gives it a lot of humanization.
Well, Zay hasn't seen The Abyss.
Right.
So she thinks it's great.
The microscopic percentage of people on this planet who would describe the abyss as cute.
the monster from the abyss.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to meet a water monster.
The alien from the abyss.
Yeah.
He could have gone Moana, but no.
No.
The Abyss. Anyway, Zay is charmed.
Yeah.
Hello, little friend. I was hoping that you would hear me. Do you think
Kind of sounds like a turkey.
you could? Little Turk, do you think you could help guide us up through to
Yes.
the top of the?
So you're all standing in
sewers?
running water, and you feel the current like grab onto your feet and kind of like shoot you upwards up the steep slope. Like everybody, like you almost lose balance, but it's kind of like propping you up as you go. If you're all cool with that, and it just like zoops you up to the top of this steeper water slide section of the sewer.
Guys, I made a friend.
Scoot's just holding his deep Shashalas pendant, going, "Okay, well, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fine. It's gonna be fine."
Yeah, it gets like steeper and steeper as you go. And you almost like defying gravity a little bit.
I control the water. The water doesn't control me. I control the water. The water doesn't control me.
And eventually, boom, 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 it dumps you all off on this tiny little platform, at the very top of the sewer, where there's a little manhole right up above you, and just enough room for kind of all of you to stand, and that's it.
Zelifarn came with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm delighted.
And it kind of like waves at you with a little watery appendage, like a flubber.
Do I think that like if I spit in that general direction, if that would be seen as like an insult or like a gift?
I think it'd be very well received.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
that,
It's like Arrakis.
and then I wave.
Yeah.
I don't know what just
sound like
happened.
I
Here. Did you just get married?
Yes.
Cool.
Very good. And it seems to kind of just like hang out and watch you all.
We're gonna go save the city.
Great.
Should we see if it wants to come?
I don't understand what's happening.
I don't either. I
It's
was
a
just
little-
rocketed up.
I know this is crazy.
Elemental friend.
You understand that this is the elemental that's making all the
Yeah.
water that kind of like washes out the city. It's probably pretty old. It's been there for a long time.
Yeah, so it's actually much bigger than
Probably.
it's representing itself.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't share that information.
Yeah. You guys are just confused a sec.
Yeah. I'm clinging to Scoot.
I just felt like a surf god coming up on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge ego boost for Ilka, like she needed it.
Yep.
Does there appear to be based on the instructions that we've been given, is there a direction we should head?
Yeah, so this, from your map that like they explained to you that this grate will take you right outside of the pedestal and like the speaker's platform where they meet. The pedestal that controls the gemstones and the ward.
Do we hear anything? I get close to the grate and see
Roll
if I hear
perception.
anything. 17?
You hear kind of a whoa, 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 whoa.
Guys, I hear a woo, 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 woo.
That's perfect.
Say hi.
Lark opens the manhole.
Shink. And you find yourself at sort of the top of the main thoroughfare that winds down the city. You can see it like spiraling down below you. And ahead of you is this old stone, sort of like, it's kind of like a giant gazebo with pillars. And behind it is this ruined Parthenon-like sort of temple structure with like an open temple with lots of columns. And beyond that is the very tip-top point of the Radiant Citadel, with sort of a spiral staircase carved into it that leads right to this huge glowing green, like lighthouse-like structure that's just a translucent beacon of green light that seems to be sort of leeching energy from the top of the Radiant Citadel. So, laying it all out, there's your little manhole grate. There is the platform, which has a couple of guards. It's not very well guarded as far as you can see.
How far away?
Maybe like 30 feet away.
Okay.
And then beyond that is this larger temple with looks like a bunch of cultist Zentarim activity, a lot of people in there. That's what you see.
And above that is the green?
The green
within
beacon.
that
Yeah.
green
So,
beacon,
so you're all poking your heads out one by one, like prairie dogs.
Like the Ninja Turtles. Thank you.
Cowabunga, right?
Another 80s. Never mind. I'm old.
That's all right. They made a new movie a couple years ago. That's good.
And we don't see the Dracolich anywhere.
Well, as you kind of get your bearings and pop up one by one, you see like crawling around from the other side of the Radiant Citadel is the two-headed Dracolich itself. Its bones all kind of distended and sticking out, like it's kind of splintered and it's not super holding together very well. But you see these cultists loading the crystals that made up the Dawn Incarnate, the crystal dragon thing from within the preserve. They're binding these crystals to the bones of the Dracolich kind of one by one in some kind of crazy ritual. And it's sort of, so the Dracolich is kind of wrapped around the spiral that leads up to the beacon, like far beyond all this stone column ruin stuff. It's back there getting all this stuff attached to it and kind of like powering up magically. Doesn't seem to know you're there.
Good.
Yeah.
Ninjas.
Do I see the object that the Claviger described to me?
Yeah, it's like right in the center of that gazebo-like structure. This big pedestal podium with like a disc and arcane runes.
And so it's going to be fairly obvious if we move toward that.
Probably.
Unless we go up there stealthily.
Is that our plan?
Yeah.
Sounded like it since
Let's
we all
go.
got super quiet.
All right, I
I'm just
cast Pass Without a Trace and
Great.
move toward the object.
Roll stealth one more time, please.
Everybody?
If you're going with her.
Yeah.
I'd get lonely.
Celifron rolls real well.
16, Ilka.
25, Lark.
Dirty 20 for Scoot.
20 plus, and everybody has plus 10.
Oh, then 35, Lark.
So 30.
Yeah.
30.
36.
The
26.
The three guards kind of around the edges of this gazebo do not notice you. And in fact, they seem to be kind of they all like get up and make their way down the street a little bit to like talk to some other guards that just arrived, reporting some commotion down by the night market and being like, maybe we should send some more people down there to see what's going on. They seem to not be paying attention at all as you all make your way towards the pedestal.
Nice.
So what do you do once you get there?
I wrap my arms around it and start to commune
To do what?
to send any
Concord
jewels to back to their places on Faerun.
You don't know where they all connect to, actually.
Wherever
Some of
they're
them do.
going.
Away. I send them away and then put them on autopilot to come back.
Yeah. And you can give it like extra juice. Like the Claviger you talked to even like kind of told you how to like work it to make them go faster than normal. So
Nice.
anything else or just that? And then you're not turning the word on or messing with that?
That's where I'm starting.
Yeah. Okay. So ping, and it makes this kind of like vroom sound, and the whole citadel flickers a little bit. As you see at least 10 different Concord jewels kind of take off from different points in the citadel off into the ethereal plane, whoosh, like comets. At the same time, you see the Dracolich itself, like first one head and then the other, kind of peer up and start to like, kind of like push away the cultists and kind of try to get closer to see what's going on over at the pedestal. On top of it, like right next to it, you see Amalia Castellanter, the leader of these cultists.
On top of the Dracolich?
Yeah, she kind of like hopped onto it to like get a look as well. They don't seem to see you all yet.
She's the worst.
You all are staring down this hulking Dracolich as it makes its way off the peak of the Radiant Citadel and towards the ruined temple base of operations of the cultists and towards you all. You're very stealthy. You might be a little stinky. And as you're regarding this, you notice that in the ruins ahead of you, this Parthenon-like sort of rectangular ruined area, there are people sitting on the ground. They look like they're unconscious, like their eyes are rolled back in their heads, and there are small, what look like soul stones hovering over them. And you recognize them as residents of the Radiant Citadel. They seem very well dressed, as if they might be the speakers of the Radiant Citadel. They're kind of organized around this temple area, kind of filling in the space, and well guarded by cultists.
They haven't noticed us.
Well, no, the speakers are all somewhat unconscious, and the
Sure.
cultists around them have not noticed you.
Okay.
And I know how to create some sort of ward around this as well now that I've enacted the Concord.
Yeah, you get the sense that it's kind of like an eggshell that just surrounds the whole citadel.
The whole citadel. I start work on that.
You're turning it on?
No.
Well, it would be very, very noticeable if you did. That's
Yeah.
to what end, though, you know?
Oh, I don't know. A ward sounds like a good thing.
What does the word do?
It's like a big shell.
I mean, what protection
suppose it
does
would
it
keep
offer? Does
us-
it change color or what?
Roll
Right.
Arcana.
Would it
They didn't
prevent
tell
the
me.
Concord jewels from returning?
19.
It would. You know from your conversations with past Clavigers that it would prevent the Concord jewels from getting in, and it would trap you in here with this Dracolich.
Okay,
So-
I changed my mind. I'm like, should I do a ward?
No, that sounds bad.
Which is getting closer to you now, by the way. It's like halfway through this other temple area, getting like maybe a couple hundred feet away from you.
How many cultists in this platform?
You see maybe 20.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Quick question. What do the speakers do? Are they just officials?
They're like the council, yeah.
Can we recognize the main one? I forgot their title.
Cholet, the elder speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you recognize her based on descriptions you've had in the past. She's out there.
How
With the
many
rest.
speakers are there?
15 total.
How many cultists are watching the speakers?
20.
20 total.
So if we revive them, it's pretty equal odds except for the Dracolich.
Possibly. None of them have weapons of any kind.
They're speakers. They must have some skill.
They do speak.
It's just is it just the government?
Yeah, it's like
It is the government.
House of Representatives. Those guys. Those
Yeah.
are not the ones you want.
There are
fighting.
15 cultures that inhabit the Radiant Citadel, and there's one representative from each.
I was thinking the opposite. I was thinking something like an elder speaker probably has some talent.
So we just
Oh,
get
If
Cholet.
only that was true.
They did.
Zelifron leans into you guys and is like, by the way, I heard that the elder speaker, Cholet, is actually a brass dragon in disguise, guys.
Oh, Zelifron, that's
I probably should have
useful
mentioned I feel like I did, but maybe I skimmed over it. So I'm just going to remind you all casually. By the way, we should get out of here.
Well, we're still pretty stealthy. I mean, the Dracolich isn't going to see us, right, Zelifarn?
Probably not. It'll see us if we just stand here, though.
So we should hide.
We should get the Cholet and get out of here.
Oh, we can we stealthily grab Cholet and
You can try.
what species is Cholet?
She looks like a human woman, maybe in her 60s.
I can go pick her up.
We just have to conk out the guard that's watching Cholet.
Well, and there's this hovering soul
Yeah,
crystal like right above her head that seems to be like siphoning energy from her brain somehow. So do with that what you will.
Is this the same thing that was happening to Zelifarn?
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He had like a big pile of soul stones just on him.
Yeah.
Kind of different, kind of same but different.
Interesting.
Is it pretty common knowledge that she's the dragon representative?
You get the sense that it's not talked about a lot, but yeah, it kind of is.
Okay.
I'm curious. Zelifarn had several, but Cholet only has the one.
Right.
Why did Zelifarn need so many if they're both dragons?
Roll Arcana, Scoot.
Yeah. Do I have any more luck points? 13.
13. You know, just empirically, that Zelifarn's soul was separate from his body in that crystal that Zay had. Whereas in this case, Cholet's soul is not.
The DC was 20.
Yeah.
Went straight over Scoot's head.
Dragon's getting closer. Dracolich is starting to loom over this gazebo, and like it's getting ready to like duck its heads in to like check out what's going on here.
All right, we should hide.
We should hide.
We are hiding.
In
Oh, I see
plain
what
sight?
I see
We
what
hide
you're
even
saying. Hide behind something.
far-
Okay,
yeah,
that's a
further.
good idea.
So where do you scoot off to? There's pillars all around you. That's about
Yeah.
it. There's not a lot of cover.
Pillars
Like old
behind
chunks of ruined temple.
pillars behind chunks of stone.
Okay. And what do you do?
Wait.
Can we
This is-
take a short rest in my hearth of moonlight and shadow? I don't know.
Like right there?
No, behind a pillar.
We just plop down for 20 minutes or
You
so.
sense that you might be spotted.
It creates total cover.
That's good. You can try.
He's got 2 heads. He might look over.
We're just waiting for the Dracolich to go
Do you want to
away.
take a short rest?
No.
No,
Make your-
make your rolls.
no.
No, I'm dead serious.
We would be. I don't think that's. I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah. I don't want to start a campfire.
I'm hiding. I'm not saying anything though. I'm hiding behind the pillar and like with wide eyes looking at Zay while she starts to do her.
I mean,
thing.
if Lark thinks it's a bad idea, it's probably not a super good
That's
idea.
your compass. So what do you do?
Hide behind pillars and rubble.
You are hidden.
Great.
Sounds like also within the range of Zay's pass without a trace.
Yes, altogether.
Yes.
Just 30 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
sense that you could like get through this area relatively easily without being spotted. There's enough cover that you could kind of like run from pillar to pillar with your pass without trace shroud, weaving between the guards without being seen.
But could we get Cholet?
Probably. That's what I'm saying. You could get to her. Especially if only like 1 or 2 of you went solo. Might be easier.
I had a 20, 30 with the bonus, and I'm pretty strong. So I can grab Cholet. And we're just heading back towards that drain with her. The refugee said send any speakers down there.
Yeah.
So do we send her down there, or do we try to wake her up and, use the dragon power if she's willing?
Zelfarn's like, I'm willing to use the dragon power.
yeah, maybe we break the crystal up here then.
Does the crystal just like follow above her?
Yeah, it's kind of just hovering above her head like a foot away. Are you talking about the big crystal? Or
No, the
little
one
ones?
hovering above her head.
Yeah, I think we go nab her, bring her back into some kind of hiding place, break the crystal, wake her up, and reevaluate from there if we make it through all those steps.
Can you create a version of her that's it's like a illusory version?
Like a major image?
Yeah, to stay in her spot.
Yeah.
I can. Let me check range though.
Sure.
How
So we could like
close-
flick a coin
Right.
and make the guard who's sitting by her. There's no way this can fail. This is a perfect idea. The guard will turn and look at the coin, and then when that happens, we swipe her and
Yeah.
quick put the illusory image
Cover the
there.
security camera.
Yep,
Yeah.
cover the security cameras.
Yeah, I can hold that from up to 120 feet away.
No problem then, yeah.
This cannot fail. Yeah. It's perfect. Perfect plan. I love it.
I'm excited.
Are we all in?
We only get it for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's go.
Okay. You execute the plan.
We do.
I would like to creep to a nearby location so I can quickly grab and back into hiding spots.
And Lark throws the coin.
I do.
Ting, 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 ting. The guard's like, where's that? And in like a weirdly auto-pathed route, the 3 guards nearest go to check it out, turning their backs to you, which then leaves you free to cast the spell. And
I
you make
cast
your way over to
A
Cholet.
beautiful facsimile of Cholet.
It is beautiful. It's touched
Yep.
up.
Her mother
slightly.
wouldn't know.
Yep.
It goes so well that Lark almost cheers and then checks himself
Yep.
to stand still.
The Dracolich is still checking out the gazebo area, looking for some sign of what happened there. They're trying to actually, Amalia is trying to deactivate the pedestal, but can't, and she's kind of cursing under her breath, like, this thing's locked in.
I give a silent thumbs up to Zay.
And you make your way to Cholet. What do you do?
I'm just going to grab her and run away.
Okay, the Soulstone kind of hovers along with her. She's unconscious still
Okay.
as you pick her up.
I want to hold her like this, like upside down,
Yep.
so I can try to get that soul stone down a little bit and not as bright.
Roll dexterity for me really quick, just to see how you do. You could do athletics or acrobatics, I suppose,
Oh, that makes sense.
to get her back to the manhole that you came out of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to. With a +8, that's a 24.
That does it.
Athletics.
And the rest of SWOJ tags along.
Yeah.
Okay, and broom, you all make your way back down the manhole without being seen by Amalia, who's only like 30 feet away from you. In this, checking out the pedestal still. She has her back to you as you all make your way around.
There had to be some sort of funny music playing during that, right? Da-dun, 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 da-dun.
Yeah, totally.
Little Pink Panther.
Lark was humming it.
Yeah.
How
As you would.
far are we now from where I cast Cholet?
Probably about 120 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't go any farther.
Okay, I just kind of hover inside the tunnel.
Like on the
waiting.
ladder.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can feel it at the edge of my skills.
Okay,
Sure.
I start shaking Cholet, seeing if that works.
Still unconscious.
Nothing.
Break the orb.
So when I brought the shard that had Zelifarn's soul back into it, did I just touch it to him?
Yeah, I think so. And like you meditated on it.
Yeah.
move
So
it on.
I would attempt to meditate on. I'd reach out to touch the shard above Cholet.
Sure. Make a wisdom roll. 7,
13.
13.
Nope, 12.
You focus on it and you can't quite get the grain of the magic right, and
Mhm.
so you actually shatter the crystal with your mental efforts, and it just like crumbles onto Cholet's shoulders, and she snaps out of it, groggy, but awake, and looks around you all and says, "What's going on? Who
We're
are you?"
SWOJ.
SWOJ.
Yeah.
The silver waves of justice.
That's us.
What are you doing here?
We're saving you.
The city's
Why are we
been
in the sewer?
overtaken by Amalia Castellanter
Yes, I know.
and a Dracolich.
They imprisoned me and the rest of the speakers. Are the speakers safe?
Oh,
No, they're back up on the platform.
We could only save you.
You just right there?
Yeah.
This might be our only chance to rescue them, she says.
Okay. I have an instinct that you might be a dragon.
I am,
Uh,
she says.
There's a giant Dracolich up there. Do you think that you could? Is that would it be bad for you to go up there as a dragon? If
A
there's
giant Dracolich.
Yeah, it's a two-headed Dracolich.
She looks at Zelifarn, and they kind of they have this like silent dragon conversation, and they both nod at each other. And they're like, "Yes, we can help with that."
That wasn't nice.
Great. Cholet, what should we do?
Rescue the speakers.
Okay,
Bring them down here, maybe.
that sounds good.
Okay. Break.
Break.
Any more planning needed?
And go.
So what do you all do?
Are we still stealthy?
Yeah, you're hidden for now.
We're in the manhole.
All right.
Well, I'm following the golden dragon and
Brass.
She's still human right now, but
So do we go
Zelifarn's
up,
brass.
break all the orbs, and that wakes up all the... So we'll go up there, break all the orbs, and that'll wake up the 15 into total chaos. And the two dragons take on the Dracolich.
the Zelifarn says, "We'll provide coverage, interference, if you will."
Yeah, we let them go first. All the guards look that direction for at least a hot second. and
Yeah.
we get 4 right off the bat.
Would be the thing that makes the most sense to
All
me,
right.
but also whatever.
All right. So who's going first? What are you doing?
Cholet's going first, and then Zelifarn.
Are you just? I mean, you're just gonna like bust out?
The two giant dragons
Well,
are going to go first.
I still have Pass Without a Trace
Right.
going. So if we can somehow take advantage of that, because we don't want to lead the guards back to the sewers.
Okay. All right. So we'll get in position, and then you two burst out.
Okay.
Give
Cholet
us to a
nods.
count of it's 30 feet away, right? 30 feet away.
To where the Dracolich and Amalia are.
Yeah. Give us to a count of 50.
All right, and they do.
Let's go.
We sneak.
I get
Back
there
to
in
the
20
speakers.
and I'm bored.
The guards seem to be noticing that something's wrong with Cholet's flickering image at this point. A few of them are gathering around Cholet. What do you all do?
Has
You're
it
running
been,
out of time.
Has it been 10 minutes?
No, not quite.
My magic is awesome. I'm insulted.
You notice how all the guards have like soul stones in them, so they have some kind of magical like extra perception. Like they have this almost like eagle looking wispy heads.
All of
Fire.
those guards have those things?
All of them do.
That's not good.
Yes.
That's bad
That's not
news.
good.
So we each of us in our stealth get behind one of the other
Uh-huh.
people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Government people, whatever.
Speakers.
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 Yep. Council members.
Yep. And then right about the time we get there is when the dragons burst out.
Sounds good.
Yep.
And the dragons do on both sides of the Dracolich, just bursting out. An adult bronze dragon and an ancient brass dragon appear, flanking this thing, and just lunge for the two necks of the Dracolich. And they all tumble off the side of this pedestal in a flurry of wings. Amalia stays by the pedestal, looking dumbstruck for a second. What do you all do as this happens? Grab the nearest speakers?
Begin to break the soul stones.
Okay. You're all able to with an attack.
What did the
if
guards
you want
do?
to. The guards do not notice you yet. They're stunned by these dragons attacking.
Yeah,
you have
what
a few
they-
seconds.
okay.
They start to rush towards that.
That's-
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Yes.
I'm waiting for. Is
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
them to all leave.
Right. They start to do so.
And now we can go to town.
Yep. As soon as they're gone, then we start gathering up the speakers.
Okay, so you just try to free as many as you can?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with your hands or like any magic?
Hit them with swords. The orbs. Like, is this glass?
That shatters them. Yeah, they're like glass.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Blunt force.
Okay.
Hit them.
Yeah.
Are they all rough? I mean, they're kind of organized, right? It's very structured.
Yeah, they're like in lines.
Could I hold my axe up at an angle and run as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Can I roll initiative?
Roll initiative, please.
Yeah! Can I have 20?
Just make an acrobatics roll to see how that goes.
All right. I'm sorry, everybody.
Is this acrobatics?
Yeah, that'll be the acrobatics roll. That will be so small. 19.
Very good. Yeah, you managed to take out a whole roll. You free like 8 speakers from there.
I got 40 feet. Do I get more?
I think that's enough to hit. That's about how far away they are in a line. So
Tried.
you get 8.
Yeah, I got 8.
I want to
Initiative.
start gathering them up to me to lead. Oh,
Oh. That's rough.
7 initiative for Ilka.
7. A lot.
18 for Scoot.
18.
22 for Lark.
Nice. Lark, you get to act first in this brewing situation again.
I'm using Scoot's plan and just running through as many of them as I can, slicing through them with my rapier.
Roll acrobatics as well.
Do they make a different sound? Do they play a song, by the
Yeah,
way?
like ting, 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 ting,
I've been
ting.
watching a lot of OK
Ah.
Go, so
Yes.
It's gonna be a 24.
Oh yeah. So between the 4 of you, with I assume Ilka and Zay also running along.
Eventually, I get my act together, I guess.
Yeah.
no,
You-
I start gathering them up to lead them back towards the sewers.
Perfect. Yeah. So you're kind of leading the way, shepherding them all,
Mm-hmm.
and you managed to wake them all up within a round. And
We're so good at this.
They all start to like get the plan and start making their way towards the sewer grate. What do you do next to provide interference? The guards are not like coming after you yet, but they're all starting to turn around, and they heard the tink 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 of the crystals. And
I knew it played a song.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
you are no longer hidden. Your surprise round is used up. So, Lark, your first initiative.
We're behind. We're on the platform, or we must be on the platform, right?
You're like adjacent to it in this like wider temple area
Okay.
where the prisoners are being kept.
So the prisoners are all heading out. The guards have gone off towards the dragon and are now returning. Amalia is still at the pedestal.
Yes.
I'm going to. Oh boy. I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna run in the opposite direction of the people heading into the grate.
Towards the giant green pylon, or
Sure. Yeah. I'm just trying to capture the attention of people.
oh, so you're like noisily running, or
Yeah, I think I'll try to just draw their attention a little bit and run to someplace I can maybe like jump behind a hidden bit of rubble or a pillar or a rock or whatever.
Sure. It's like the far side of this temple. You're booking it that way, calling out, taunting, maybe.
Yeah, I'll taunt them.
Okay. Your hat is like a beacon
Yes.
to all the guards, and they all focus on you right away, Lark. Roll performance, please. Yeah. That'll do it.
I hope you can run fast.
12.
So you just dash?
Actually, no, it's 16. It's 16.
16.
I'm sorry, it's a 40.
You get their attention, Lark. Scoot, you're up next.
I would like to let's see. Well, the guards are now paying attention to you.
Mhm.
I'm yelling to the speakers, if you can fight, we need you. Fight. And I want to see if any of them will turn around and actually bring some of this back.
They all seem terrified, like they want to get out of there. They're like, we're not fighters.
All right. Well,
We're politicians.
there's a policy meeting going on downstairs. I will see you later.
Okay, and they seem to focus on Zay.
Zay will lead you that way.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna run over towards Lark.
Okay,
I'm gonna be backing up Lark.
sounds good.
And now I'm just standing ready with my axe, and I whisper to Lark, I hope you've got a plan.
Okay, and 10 guards kind of break away from the main group and start rushing into the temple, past all of you towards Lark. They're out of range, though, because you're way up ahead of them at the end of the temple. Which takes... Oh, and also, you hear a screech and a... from somewhere down below, and the Dracolich soars up, freed from the 2 dragons that were attacking it, and seems to kind of circle the area looking for all of you. You hear screeching and roaring from down below as Cholet and Zelefarn start to make their way after it, but it seems to have freed itself from them. Takes us to Ilka.
Holy cow. Physically, where am I?
You are probably near all the speakers as they make their way towards the manhole.
How far are we from the manhole?
Maybe 30 feet, we'll say.
10 of the guards
30
have
to
booked
50?
it, so there's 10 still coming after us.
No, they
10
went
that
to look
don't-
at the dragons.
Yeah.
Wait, say that part again.
There's 10 supporting Amalia by the pedestal, and the other 10 rushed into this temple area to find what's going on with the speakers.
Politicians
chase
are all
after
still
Lark.
hidden. They're being sneaky. They haven't noticed.
Right.
Oh,
We tricked them.
Right.
great. Great. Then they'll keep going towards the manhole, and I guess we're gonna stand and fight. What could go wrong?
You're hidden right now, so you don't need to.
But Lark and Scooter,
Lark is very exposed. Scoot is
Well,
kind of hidden.
I hid behind a rock or something.
Yeah.
So I'm super unexposed.
I mean,
It-
yeah.
There's no way they'll know where I went.
No.
no, yeah,
He is very good at hiding.
he is very good. Is Scoot headed to certain doom?
Well, are you still hidden, Scoot? Like, you didn't make yourself known to them. You were just going after Lark.
Of course I'm hidden.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. That's
So
the
you-
strategically smart thing to do.
Okay, great.
So I did that, sir.
I understand.
Uh,
Ilka? Were you...
I'm gonna hold. Everything
Okay.
feels like it's about to explode.
Okay, getting the speakers out of there, though.
Yeah.
Into the sewers. Zay, what do you do?
Okay, so I realize you just said this, but where is Amalia in comparison to where we are?
Amalia's at the end of this complex where the pedestal was. There's also this long temple that juts out from it. This is where the prisoners were, and this is where you all freed them.
Yes.
The manhole is over by Amalia, so that's where they're heading, kind of like along the outskirts of this temple towards the
Okay.
manhole.
I would like to assess whether, as I'm running, if I were to drop Pass Without a Trace and cast a wall of fire in between the manhole and Amalia, would that still disguise that they're about to escape down there?
Well, it would be very obvious that there was a wall of fire, but yeah,
yeah.
they wouldn't be able to see
For
them very well.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That is what I do.
nice. So just 100-foot wall of fire. that
60 feet long, 20
60?
feet high,
Okay.
1 foot thick.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely catches everyone's attention. They're like, the silver waves of justice must be here. Ah, find them. Oh, there's one. Get after him. They're like, whoa, he cast a wall of fire.
So on the far side of that wall of fire, anybody who ends their turn there or within 10 feet takes 5d8 damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's not long enough to like totally keep them from getting around it, but it is enough to
Yeah.
obscure their vision of these speakers as they jump into the manhole one after another. They're all just dashing right towards it, and they make it there by the end of the round. You see them all jumping in one after another. Takes us back to Lark.
I am going to hide and sneak to a different location.
Where would you like to sneak to?
Some adjacent piece of rubble or pillar or what? I mean, I'm assuming you said there's lots of places around to hide.
But you're at like the very end of it now, so if you're going to hide, you have to kind of go further in or like retreat up towards the pylon, up the spiraling staircase.
I'm going to head up towards the pylon.
Excellent. Just dashing?
Well, I want to, sure. I
Okay.
want to hide and then move.
Okay, so you can do that with your cunning action. So
Yeah.
you can dash, hide, or hide, dash, move.
Yeah, I want to hide, dash, move.
So roll stealth just to see how that goes.
It's going to be a 22.
Nice. Okay, you're pretty stealthy, and you make your way almost to the edge of this pylon where you can see there's all these magical runes at the base of it that seem to be like channeling this soul energy into the pylon from the Radiant Citadel. And you just stay put. Hidden.
Yeah.
Okay. Scoot.
Sit rep down on the floor.
Wall of fire, circling Dracolich, Amalia and her guards, and many other guards within this temple complex kind of fanning out and going after Lark.
Okay.
But they're maybe like 100 some feet away at this point still.
Okay.
And Ilka and Zay are on the side, kind of getting the speakers to the manhole.
How's Amalia doing?
She's looking very upset and increasingly angry and incensed, like she's about to step into the fight.
Okay. Well, that's a good time for
She's,
me.
like, channeling some kind of magic.
So, okay. I think I'm basically just holding. I think I'm doing the same thing.
Okay.
How far away is Amalia?
From you, maybe 30, 40 feet.
And up like a floor or two up on a
well, you went after Lark, so you should be farther away, like 80 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far away am I from my other teammates? Ilka?
About 40 feet, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm in a safe-ish spot here where I feel like the Dracolich is not going to get a line of sight on me, I can kind of keep those other. I want to get between a couple of things. I want to hide from everybody. Is what I'm trying to say, if possible. That's what I'm looking for. So I would go to the most concealed spot I can and try a hide action.
Okay, great. So you roll stealth as well.
9 + 5, 14.
Yeah, you're not super well hidden. The rubble is shorter than you are, and even in your
No, I did that orc thing again.
yeah,
where I
even,
ducked.
even in your transformation, you still stick out.
All right.
Like your axe handle and
Your do-rag stuck up too high.
yeah, the knot in the back. Your pink dolphin, fluorescent dolphin tattoo is showing.
All right.
Sparkles in the sunlight.
Well, I think I'm great.
Yeah, oh, you do.
So I'm confident that I'm not going to be seen here. I'm doing just like Lark does.
Okay. Amalia is going to cast a cone of cold through the wall of fire in the general direction of, I think, Ilka and Zay, if you guys are both like moving past the wall of fire. She will kind of aim it at the two of you, so please make Constitution saving throws.
Seven.
6.
Okay, 8d8 cold damage.
So
Lordy.
the wall of fire does not impact her or her when I cast it. Her or her guards that are near her.
Not if you put it in between her and the fleeing people, unless you wanted to like land on her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, not like like in the middle. Like I want it so that both to obscure and to damage was my intent.
got it. Well, that makes a lot more sense. In that case, she will step out of the wall of fire
At this
towards
point,
you and then fire a cone of cold. She can see you better then. But she would take damage from it being in it. So dexterity saving throw for that?
Yes.
She gets a 17.
It's 18.
Oh,
That would be more.
3,
10,
10,
17,
17.
24,
Thank you.
27. I just did that because it's easier when you're not doing the rolling.
It is.
so how much?
27.
27 damage. And you both take 31 cold damage as this cone of cold sprays into you, like draining the warmth from your bodies. You almost freeze in place, but shake it off.
Or do you?
I am technically still standing.
Oh, boy.
Zay, how you doing?
I'm all right.
So Ilka is
I'm a little chilly.
Ilka is statuified. And that takes us to Ilka's turn.
I'm statuified. Just what are my options?
Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
Death save then would be your next option.
Great.
Can I ask a question first?
Yeah.
Did she move more than 10 feet away from my wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She would have stepped as far away from it as she could.
Okay.
Do I add anything to a death save?
No.
4.
4. You fail your first death save, Ilka. Yeah.
Not very holiday.
No.
Zay, what do you do?
I cast Balm of the Summer Court with a bonus action on Ilka.
Perfect.
4, 9, 10, 13 plus a bonus temporary point.
And that thaws the ice on you, Ilka, and you manage to shake it off
Beautiful. What am I at then?
that much.
13?
13 plus a temporary point.
Fun. Cool.
At this point, the Dracolich is going to sort of fly over the temple looking for anyone who might be there.
I cast Fairy Fire.
Oh,
on
you can
him.
finish your action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's as it passes overhead, you fairy fire the Dracolich. It makes a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
It rolls really well. I'm sorry. It rolled an 18, so with its stats, I think that's more
yeah.
than enough. Yeah. So it dodges the fireworks in the sky.
My wall of fire goes away.
Ah, darn.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I guess maybe the last of the speakers jumping in.
They're already in. They've been in for a while.
Some had a ways to go. So
Yeah, I guess I thought that they were in, or I
Okay.
wouldn't have done that.
okay, well we'll say that the last of them jumps in, but the Dracolich does maybe notice the open manhole. Like they don't have time to like fully like cover their tracks because it's been one round. So The Dracolich kind of circles around. Anything else with your turn?
No.
Moving or okay? It's going to crash down on the city street and start to kind of like dig at this, like smash the city street, trying to get down to the sewers below. And it actually like craters a huge chunk of the city street within one round as the two heads just smash into it. The tail rips into it as it realizes what's going on here, that the prisoners are escaping. The guards continue to chase after Lark for the most part. A few of them circle around Amalia in a protective stance, and actually 2 of them fly up into the sky with like magical eagle wings that appear. They seem to be looking for any sign of you all. Are you two? I guess Ilka, you're pretty visible.
Well, and I had held my action. Is there anything I can do with it at this time?
What do you want to do?
I want to turn into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
Is
Since
that-
you didn't get your turn initiative.
What
this round.
page is that on?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Amazing. Great. Well, go big or go home. I would like to become a massive, raging Tyrannosaurus Rex. I am huge. I cast Polymorph on myself, and I screech at the Dracolich when I emerge.
Okay, you get everything's attention
Yes.
as you do that.
Of course I do. I'm a bard.
Yeah.
You're gonna take advantage of that temporary hit point.
That one. Yep.
That one is going to make the difference. Great, excellent. Well, Zay just finished her turn, so Lark, we're back to you standing near the pylon.
Nobody's looking at me now at this point, right?
No. You're very free.
Can I see the conduit, the soul conduit leading to or from the green light deal?
Yeah, the whole thing is like it's anchored with these like big kind of hooks to the top of the Radiant Citadel, and it seems to like the conduit, the pylon, is one cohesive pillar that sticks up from the top of it.
And is the conduit itself, is it something that feels like it could be damaged by a rapier? Or is it stone or metal? Or
It's
something?
mostly metal or glass. So if you have any other ways of doing damage to it?
Yeah, I mean, I've got little dinky, and I don't have a ton of options here.
That was pretty effective on the last.
But there's nothing. Is there
flying
anything
thing that you
spinning?
took out. Well, yeah. I mean, there's like these like discs at the base of it that seem to. It's kind of like the previous Soul engine that you guys tampered with. Similar magic. So
Okay,
There's
well
some
then
moving parts to
maybe
it.
I'll run towards that and see if I can gum up the works again.
okay, so you just try to stick Little Dinky in there as
Yeah.
well as you can.
Yeah. Here comes little Dinky, I say, and it like brrr, it pops out, and I stick it into the works and try to wedge it against something rigid on the other side.
Okay, make a dexterity roll first to see if you get it in there correctly.
20, or let's see, no, that would be a 19. If it's
That's pretty
not.
good.
I take issue with tampered.
I like tampered. No,
No.
it's sorry, it's only a 17.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
Enough to at least wedge it in there. You don't know how effective it's going to be, but now please roll strength to see how well you can keep your grip as it again
Whoa.
takes you.
That's my. So that would be let's see. That's gonna be a 12.
Okay. You are lifted off your feet as you hold on to. You keep your grip on Little Dinky, but you don't have enough like force against it to stop this thing from spinning. So you kind of slow it down a little, and actually the whole Radiant Citadel does like heave a tiny bit as you interplay with this powerful magic, but you don't stop it. You get lifted with it and start spinning around it.
Seems about right.
Yeah.
Roll for vertigo.
Now you've been through this before, so
Yeah, I feel like
yeah,
this is how it went
you're
last
kinda,
time
You're kind
too.
of riding it, yeah. Like you have your balance still. You're just picked up and lifted.
Great.
Anything else, or
Do I help?
Scoot?
Hi.
You're in between all of this.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
How far away is that Dracolich now that it's on the solid ground?
About 40 feet. It's
40
pretty big.
40 feet
so
away.
you can get to its tail. Yeah.
Okay. And my axe is back as it was before.
Yes.
There's still a nice big long feather on there.
A feather from.
I want to commune with the Raven Queen.
Okay. And what do you
Whoa.
do to commune with
I
her?
asked. Well, I'm putting my axe hilt first on the ground, and I'm just kind of grasping or just gently holding this big feather that the Raven Queen attached to my axe when I asked for a blessing. There was a lot of A's in there. Give me a break.
Don't edit that, please.
There's no more fan art. So I want to commune with the Raven Queen, and I'm just thinking in my mind, Great Queen, we are trying to do your will. We have found your enemy, and we are trying to send him to you, but we need your help. Can you come help us send this undead beast back to you? And then I'm just going to open my eyes and start making my way towards.
Okay. And you're going for an attack, or what are you doing?
I'm trying to banish the Dracolich.
Okay.
Because that's what this did.
Right.
Unless you had something else in mind you wanted to do.
No, I just was curious how you're going to approach it. So
yeah, we never really talked about how it worked or any of the things like that. All I knew is that it had some sort of power to banish the undead one time a week. That's how I know I got all this from you. But I didn't know if it was touch or distance or anything like that. So I'm just trying to ask the Raven Queen for help.
All right. So I want you to roll the charisma saving throw for the dragon, just to see how well it does on camera.
Anybody got a really bad die? All right, here we go. Oh, you know what? 20 or
so you're trying to beat, yeah.
Okay, here's the charisma roll.
Oh, that's a
between a 13 and an ope.
Reroll it.
Ope.
Reroll it.
13.
Right.
It was the 13.
All right. So the dragon has a bonus of some
minus.
I would like to use
4.
every inspiration that Beth has given me since we started this.
The dragon has a bonus of +4, so it does not beat a 20. It tries to use a legendary resistance.
Yeah.
And due to the fact that a god is trying to intervene in this fight, I will say the legendary resistance does not work.
Okay.
So instead what happens is from the keening gloam itself, from this infinite roiling storm adjacent to the Radiant Citadel, just a wave that blots out any light of ravens comes swooping in, sort of like en masse, covering the top of the Radiant Citadel in just a cloud of ravens. And they do two things. Number one, they completely smother the Dracolich to the point where you almost can't see it because it's got so many ravens landing on it and pecking at it. And they also land on the soul pylon at the top of the citadel where Lark is and just start to kind of crushingly push it over like a wave of starlings, just mowing down the pylon with Lark still spinning around it. So you sense the Dracolich. You see it kind of like being like pushed into the street by the ravens. It's going to be like gone. It's just getting pushed downwards and being enveloped by the city streets as it kind of like the rubble like collapses onto it. The pylon starts to fall down. Lark, please make a dexterity save to see how you hold on.
It's going to be sorry. I think it's going to be a 11.
Okay. You go flying off the edge, Lark. The momentum of the spinning thing just launches you.
It's a 13. Does that make any difference?
Nope. You go flying off in the distance, like off the edge of the Radiant Citadel. Not towards the city part, but towards the diamond part. Scoot, what do you do to like follow this dragon? Like if you're charging in along with all these ravens as they like whoosh into the city, what's your MO?
Well, I was just trying to get rid of the Dracolich. I didn't have any idea what was going to happen, so I'm just sort of heading towards the Dracolich's tail now.
You'd have to like dive into this hole now where these ravens are like pushing it down into the city.
Well, I'm just going to kind of look like, oh my God, I didn't expect that to happen. I had no idea what was going to, what's the sit rep now?
You just see a roiling mass of ravens in this giant crater in the city street. You don't see any sign of the speakers down there. Or the water elemental. There is like some water, but it's hard to see what's going on. There's a lot of rubble.
Does he see a T-Rex?
Well, you see the T-Rex. Yeah, I mean,
everybody
sees the T-Rex.
I was a Brontosaurus like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that.
Yeah. The ravens ignore the T-Rex. They seem very focused.
Look, if you banish this thing before I even get to bite it, I'm going to be really disappointed.
We still have Amalia.
Okay.
There's lots of
Yeah.
things to
Well, now I'm scared of the T-Rex. I'm going to just, I guess, try to find some cover now since I don't know what else is around.
Okay, so you stop at the edge of the precipice and just kind of duck away. You're like, okay, that's
Well, I
handled
was
someday.
moving that direction. I'm out of movement. So
Yeah. So you see this going down before you, this ocean of ravens bearing
Yeah.
down this dragon. Pretty good turn.
maybe we'll find out.
Ilka, it's your turn.
Can I see any bit of the Dracolich left?
No, you see it getting borne down, but you see ravens on top of something down there. And Amalia nearby, along with many guards.
Looking
great.
just bite-sized.
Very bite-sized. I have a tail as well
Okay.
that I can swish around in a circle.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like disappointed T-Rex noises happening. I was real ready to take on a Dracolich. Cool.
Well,
So
it's banished as far as we know.
yeah.
Which means
Great.
it might come back.
Well, I sulk and I throw a temper tantrum and I go try to F up those Amalia and her comrades.
Okay. So you just go in for Amalia, or
Yeah, I have a multi-attack. I'm going to try to bite her, and then I can sweep with my tail
okay.
and hit one other creature within range.
Okay. Excellent. Roll it. Looking up T-Rex stats.
Yep. I don't know what I roll for it.
Strength.
Just a strength.
Yeah,
Great.
and proficiency.
Amazing.
That's pretty good. That's a hit.
Love that. 26
Yep.
on my attack.
Yep.
Great. I bite her a lot. 4d12 plus 7.
She was readying a counter spell, but that is quickly canceled.
Uh, 22 plus 7. She takes 29 piercing damage.
Wow. That's very effective.
Good. And then one of her friends takes 21 bludgeoning damage as I whack them with my tail.
Whew. Do you grapple with a bite too? Is that part of it or no?
I don't believe so. Somebody correct
said
me
yes?
if I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you're a T-Rex biting someone, like it's not, dainty.
Got little arms.
So like,
I've watched.
I'm wondering, like, are you like throwing her up or like us to the side, or like what would be your T-Rex? You're low int right now, so you're going full feral.
This thing is dumb.
Chew toy.
Yeah. So like, what would a T-Rex do in this situation?
I would grab her in my jaws and shake her like a terrier with
oh,
a
like
rat.
a rag doll.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that throws off any concentration that she has.
Good.
For sure. Yeah, that's what you see. Zay, you're in the middle of all this.
Mm-hmm.
The soul pylon is falling down with a wave of ravens crushing into it. Lark is nowhere to be seen. There's a T-Rex biting Amalia and flinging her around. Scoot is hidden.
So I know that we're
Somewhat.
primarily surrounded by stone, but is there any? Can I sense any sort of nature around me? Like, are there trees? Is
Yeah,
there...
I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Like, there is that water elemental just below the
water.
surface that seems to be like very, very powerful. Do with that what you will. As far as nature, otherwise, no, it's mostly stone
It's
and
mostly
diamond.
stone.
Yeah.
So there's no like park.
Like, no, there's like some moss on the stone, but that's it. Yeah,
Some
up here.
moss on the stone.
And a bunch of
Okay.
water being generated.
So I am going to try to connect with that elemental and suggest that she join us up here. Because I control, like, I'm going to control water to try to
Okay.
create a wave that will pass over the stone press. Like,
Like over the whole
Floor.
thing, just kind of
Mhm.
washing through everybody in the situation.
yeah.
Okay. Is there a role for that, or does it just happen? Like, what does that look like? Like bubbles start, or water starts to bubble and seethe up from the cobbles of what's left of this part of the city.
It's just a concentration.
Okay. Yeah, you see, it's more effective than you'd think it would be, as this kind of like huge dome-like watery head with bubbles for eyes rises up and kind of like winks at you, and then like sweeps through the temple ruins, hitting everyone.
Leave the T-Rex alone.
Do you see? Okay. and it can you have that much control over it with control water, or is it just a big wave?
I mean, it is just a big wave, except for when there's an elemental
That's
who's my
fair.
homie.
That's fair.
as part of it.
Okay. It parts around the T-Rex and sends everybody else in this temple area, like all the eagle-headed guards, go flying off in the direction that Lark went, off the edge of this plateau. Scoot, you're all right. Zay, you're all right. Ilka, you're left with Amalia
In my teeth.
in your teeth. There's a groaning sound from down below of a Dracolich-like thing, sort of like phasing out of existence. You just hear this like
Nice.
and at the same time, you see two things happen at once. There is like as the conduit is like fully separated from the Radiant Citadel, the Citadel lurches like on its axis slightly. You all kind of like lose your balance a little, and then it starts to move quickly towards the Keening Gloam.
Uh-oh.
The roiling storm that's maybe a mile or two away from the city. This huge wall of torment starts to really quickly fly that way. Also, all around you, in the distance, in the ethereal plane, you see like little flashes of light that match the colors of the different Concord jewels far away from you. So, takes us to Amalia. She hasn't got a turn in a little while. Who is going to try to get out of your jaws and cast whatever she can. Greater invisibility. Let's go.
Huh.
Oh, she gets a nat 20.
On the T-Rex?
No, on herself.
Oh.
In its jaws.
I
It's
tried.
not like I can see her.
That's true.
You don't have to be able to see her to not open your mouth. So if she's just kind of squished between T-Rex teeth.
Not every action has to be perfect strategy.
Yeah.
She's trying to get away from you, basically, using whatever magic she can. She doesn't have
Right.
any like grease spell or ways of like holding you. So actually, no. She bonus action Misty Steps. She can do that first, and then greater invisibility.
Lame.
Sorry. She apparates away and then tries to hide herself. You all have a pretty good idea of where she is.
She's got big like tooth holes.
Right,
T-Rex
yeah,
tooth
there's a
holes in
lot
her.
of blood.
Yeah.
And the blood is making ripples.
Oh my god. Well, there's a lot of water there
Yep,
too.
yep.
Like, I mean, it's very obvious. Like splish splash, splish splash. You know.
I sneak after.
What do you all do? You're not really like super imperiled right now, Lark.
So
Come back up here.
Yeah, I was
You are grabbed by a dragon. Zelefarn hooks you in his arm, his big dragon arm, a big hug, if you let him.
Of course I do.
Yeah, as he makes his way back up towards the battle scene after him and Cholet were flung off the plateau. The two of them are still standing. They're still kicking. They just were thrown off for a while, so they're coming back up.
Amazing.
Yeah. What do you all do in this situation?
I'm playing whack-a-mole, like stomping on the water, trying to find Amalia.
It's really obvious where she is, and she's pretty rattled at this point. She doesn't have like the ability to extricate herself. It seems
gonna
like she's just trying to run away.
Redirect the flow of water to just go straight, hopefully straight up with her trapped inside of it.
Okay, so you're like just encase her,
Mhm.
waterbender style.
Yep.
Yep. We'll allow it.
Get her, Cholet.
Yeah, there's this bubble around someone invisible, which you recognize as Amalia Castellanter. In the distance, you see the Concord jewels streaming towards you, with what looks like the hammerhead nearby one.
Oh, hey.
And several, like maybe 2 dozen Griffin riders flying near the Concord jewel as it swoops closer. However, the gemstone that you're on is getting closer and closer to the Keening Gloam at a very rapid pace. You're not sure if they're going to make it to you in time before you enter the Keening Gloam. So,
Zay, can you steer this thing away from the Keening Gloam?
I can try.
at the pedestal?
Yeah. I drop my concentration and run to the pedestal
Okay.
to see if I'm able to steer
Make a wisdom roll.
the Radiant
Yeah.
City.
14.
19.
19's pretty good. You cannot stop the path. Like something is moving it beyond like just some kind of magical instability. Some will is superseding yours and pushing it towards the Keening Gloam. However, you can turn the ward on or off if you choose to.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
I don't choose to yet,
Okay.
but I prepare it.
Yeah.
Can I bonus action heal again?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to heal Ilka. No? You feeling okay?
Well,
Oh,
I'm,
'cause you're
I'm
a
in
T-Rex.
my
T-Rex.
T-Rex hit points.
Okay.
I don't think they apply. I will need them
won't,
once
yeah.
I'm Ilka again, but I don't think it applies.
Okay, I heal myself for 14.
Okay. At this point, the crows that are down in the sewers,
Ravens.
excuse me, thank you.
Thank you.
The ravens are dispersing from that pit, and some of them are landing around Scoot and up on the cities. Like there's just this mix of water elemental and raven sort of festooning the top of the Radiant Citadel. What do you all do? You're maybe a minute away at the pace you're going from the Keening Gloam.
Is the Raven Queen here or just her ravens?
Just a bunch of ravens right now.
Bad things happen if we hit that. Yes. Do we know?
Cholet lands next to you and is like, if we go in there, it'll probably destroy most of the city, or at least do some serious damage.
Cholet, what do we need to do to stop this? Who's Well, I don't know anything about what Zay knows. Never mind. What do
Something
we
seems
do?
to be pulling us towards the Keening
I don't know
Gloam.
what she says. Yeah.
Like we can get us on the dragons and fly off, but then we're abandoning this entire society.
Right.
And are there Concord jewels coming back to that?
Yeah, in our
It would be.
estimation, we'll hit the Keening Gloam before the Concord jewels reach us.
It'll be pretty tight. Yeah.
Like how tight? Again, I'm still holding and just
Like you'll
ready
be in
to
there a
put it
little bit
up.
before they arrive, basically.
We'll be in there a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set to put the ward up as soon as they land.
Okay. Sounds good. Do you guys do anything else to prepare before you enter Keening Gloam altogether? You're still being hugged by Zelefarn, which is pretty comforting.
Yeah.
Zay's a little jealous. No, she's not picked up.
There's a Tyrannosaurus still stomping around.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm aware of the
Yeah.
impending danger.
Ilka just goes, oh, and swings her tail a little.
And Scoot?
I'm thanking the Raven Queen for the assistance that she provided.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
just
sense that she's still around somewhere.
we'd
yeah.
really like to not hit that. A little bit of oh, do we go up to the thing? Do we knock the thing over where the other ravens went?
Yeah.
Up top? Is that what we're heading for?
Well, it got knocked over, right?
It got knocked over.
Do we put it back in its place? Will that fix things?
I don't know.
It's like tumbled off the edge and
Oh,
like
never mind.
a long way down the edge of the
Okay.
Radiant Citadel now. So, and you whoosh into this cascading whirlwind, hurricane force beyond hurricane force. Everybody is holding on to something except for Ilka, I assume.
I'm big.
Yeah, you kind of slam into the temple ruins, Ilka, as the force of this hits you.
I'm holding on to Zelefarn.
Zay, how are you holding on to this pedestal?
I'm hugging it. I think that's Zay thinks that's how you make it work.
Make a strength roll to see how you do.
Jeez. It's like a punishment. 11.
The water elementals try to help you.
Thanks, water.
The
elemental.
one whose name
I
you don't know.
wink back at it.
Yeah, she'll roll with advantage. Roll one more time.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you barely manage to hold on. Like your feet are picked up, but the water kind of like pushes you down and gives you the balance you need to hold on to this pedestal as you activate the ward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, did I see the Concord jewels?
Yeah, they
Land?
are barely visible. Like they're getting closer and closer and closer, and then you zoop into the storm, and then you can't see them, so you don't know if they made it
Okay.
or not. But you have an idea.
Okay. Yeah. I bring up the ward.
And whoosh, this sort of crystalline case, like eggshell-like, but more opalescent, forms around you, and all of a sudden, you're all dropped down to the ground again as this whirling tempest you can hear it outside, this, but you are safe. And that is where we'll stop for now. Thank you all for coming to the corner. Yeah, you made it.
Woo, Miss Venus.